Yeah, the thing about technical issues, you typically need to figure out what's going on first, and then there's a whole effort to sort it out. Today's technical issue is simply my mouse died. And I don't mean, oh, I forgot to plug it in and, the battery is down on this wireless mouse. No, I mean, I can't actually get it to work. I dig out an old mouse that requires batteries and I don't have batteries. Like, it's just suddenly no gaming. Like, I can't game today. Like, there would be no way for me to game. Right? We could try. It could be hilarious, but I'm not going to. It is... Apparently, I can't have nice things in a jungle. Apparently, having a wireless gaming mouse for more than a year is just silly of me. Silly of me. Now, yesterday we played some Small Towers, and I guess that's one game we can play. We can totally do that actually, because it's run with chat commands. Small Towers is a game for chat. My avatar does respond that way. And somebody says viewers. Right? Okay. All right. Interesting. I know how to fix that, actually. I know how to fix that. Because here, the Small Towers bark into chat explains that viewers can play using Q, But then you get those bots coming into chat saying, hey, best viewers on blah, blah, blah. It's like, get out. I have this automatic response from my avatar. In a jungle, we eat bots. So just to highlight that I need to get rid of that user. I will work on that. Meanwhile, we are limited. We are quite limited to what we can do. I just did a whole just chatting stream where all we did was play Small Towers, and that's, that was okay, but I don't want to keep doing that. Do I? Man, I don't know. I'm completely out of sorts, because thank goodness there's no, strict schedule I need to keep. Thank goodness I'm not actually doing, paid work today. I would be stuck. I would be absolutely stuck. I am stuck in terms of gaming. I can't do that. But one thing we can do is look at the character design work that we have to do for Shuffle Wars. Character design work. There are 50 cards in this game, and I would wheel mouse down on this, but I can't. I don't have a mouse. There's no mouse. 50 cards. And they were in name only. And this list of 50 names is grouped in fives. So there are power cards, defense cards, speed cards, health cards, and luck cards. And right now, today, we're going to do Inversion Bomb. We've only got 20 left. We're getting there. We're slowly getting there. And at least I can stream, At least I can do something, right? So let's do something. And now we have to figure out what the heck we're doing. The trick with this character design effort is that these are sometimes creatures, sometimes they're just fantasy, over-the-top forces you can command in battle. In other words, it's tricky. Inversion Bomb. Now you're going to see the word. You're going to see the name of the card. It's a power card. Okay. And now we need an image to go with this name and with the fact that it's a power card. Okay, it does a lot of damage. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. However, what the heck does an inversion bomb look like? So we should, first of all, I just randomly chose these names. Second of all, I do have coffee. Excuse me. Coffee is important. It really is. Inversion bomb. Well, it's a sudden, violent something something. That's where the power of the power card comes from. Makes sense, bomb. Okay. Inversion bomb describes the kind of violent change. Violent just meaning sudden. Sudden, dramatic, and over the top. Sounds exactly like what we need in a power card game with rocket dragons and ballistic lions and yeah. Now we have done one. It was what was it? Generator overload, where we showed an explosion in effect, basically. So it was mostly effects. And okay, now we got to do something that basically says, well, you know, inversion bomb. I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is? I never knew what that was. I just came up with the name. Like, I don't know. But now that we're talking about it, I have to figure out what it is. Like, what are we talking about? I don't know. Inversion. So, to invert, of course, is to turn inside out. You know, you turn your sweater inside out and it is inverted, you know. So if it's a bomb, particularly an explosion turned inside out, well then instead of going out, it's going in. Is that a fair way to describe what we're doing? Man, if you think I have an answer to this, I just do not. I mean, like, I don't know. But I can see, like, we can start doing some effects that say, this is the opposite of boom. This is, in fact, like a vacuum, like a pulse, vacuum force, like a pulse of a black hole kind of a thing, right? And so if we can get effects that sort of look like it's drawing in, that's why I'm drawing like roots right now. Not quite lightning, but more like roots, you know what I'm saying? Thicker towards the center of it sounds good. Roots, actually, that sounds really good. But like, you know, roots slowly grow into the earth and they slowly draw nutrients from the soil. And no, this is going to be a bomb of that. So we're talking about, what are we talking about? I have no idea. I really don't know. But if we say, if roots are sort of the inspiration there for how an inversion bombs, then we can say, and I like the idea that maybe thicker towards the center of it, right? Here's how roots actually work on a tree. I mean, it is true with roots and with branches, in fact, that, did you know that the amount of material you see above ground for a tree is equal to the amount of material that there is below ground, right? Barring any kind of dramatic, you know, burning or cutting down or something like that. as a tree grows, it balances between the material below ground to get nutrients and the material above ground to get energy. Did you know? And so also, since we're talking about roots and branches and things, then this can relate because there can be like direct proportions between like the number of divisions in the branch and the thinner and thinner it gets. I think that's all I was trying to say. It's sort of like stalling when you just doodle. It's sort of like stalling, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. What we've got is an idea that this inversion bomb, now just saying bomb and showing some effects might be enough to indicate that this is fast, right? Powerful, okay? That might be enough. But like, this is just garbage. This is garbage doodling. It is. And I don't know exactly how this works yet. What I will say is, if I find a theme and a pattern and a rhythm, I think I'm off to the races. So if I doodle long enough, I might see it. Right? Inversion bomb. I guess this begins to make some sense like this. Like it reaches out toward all matter. At the point of explosion, it seeks out, like, okay, here's the thing. It looks a little bit like lightning, which I'm not adverse to, actually. That definitely says energy. But instead of shooting out, right, it's drawing in. And so here's something about lightning. Charged particles. The atmosphere is made up of some particles. There just aren't many. Right? Not like solid matter. But lightning has a charge it begins with up in the atmosphere, up in the clouds, where there is other matter, right? The molecules of water and such. And it's like a huge buildup of static electricity, because that's pretty much what it is. And that charge is so big that it's really starting to look for ways to get down to ground. Literally grounding the charge means that it's going to eventually discharge all that energy into the ground. It's trying to find a way to balance out, because it's imbalanced the whole time it's charging up. And the place that it can actually balance out is going to be in the ground. All electricity does this. That's what ground is for your three-prong outlet. Well, when lightning forms, what it's actually doing is connecting charged particles that it can put together in the atmosphere all the way to a path to ground. So it's really looking for that path among the particles in the atmosphere. So if you've ever been in a lightning storm and sort of feel something, well, you're feeling the charged particles like kind of lining up and getting ready to go. Hopefully you don't actually feel that directly. But what we're saying is maybe this inversion bomb does something similar in that instead of charged particles in the atmosphere, it's actually looking for matter to absorb all at once. Yeah, let's do something with this. Because now that I've got this shape, I mean, I can't be this lazy to do this, right? That's not the point. But it is sort of describing the kind of activity this bomb would do. Right, it's a card. Like, I'm not doing a portrait, but I need to form the character design, meaning what are the qualities of the shape, the details of it. And this needs to be described enough that when I do a portrait, it's clear what I am drawing. Because I don't know. So if this is the explosion, am I actually drawing a bomb? Or am I drawing the explosion? Like, is it all effect? Or is it actually a thing? And if I show the thing, do I lose the opportunity to show the effect? Right? So I would rather show... Like, if I just show, like, a box, there's a cylinder with some buttons on it. Flashing lights and little switch. It's called an inversion bomb. That's weak. And I'm not going to go there. That doesn't do it. Instead, we need to say, this is why it's a power card. That's what we need to say. We need to support the idea that these are over the top. Fantasy, forces, and creatures. This is on par with unstoppable force, right? It's on par with immovable object. And so to say, yeah, inversion bomb, boom. Well, I mean, so this is coming close, I guess. Is it, though? I don't know, man. I don't know. It sure feels like I'm just totally phoning this in. Not that there's anything wrong with phoning. But, yeah, but this is weak, right? This is totally weak. Let's put this in the maybe pile, because I'm not really sure about this. I'm not yet convinced that this even makes sense. Right? To say inversion bomb, sure. To show this, okay, kind of. I mean, it's almost like, oh, that's cute. That's adorable. You gave it your best shot, you know. Keep at it, kid. One day you'll... I mean, it's sad. It's really sad, actually. But instead, if I, maybe build on it, maybe it'll come to me. I don't know. We're exploring to find what the heck an inversion bomb actually is. And I'm not 100% sure we're going to find it, Maybe we don't find it. With the generator overload, I did show mostly hardware. Like it was hardware and then the effect was beginning to overtake it, right? With this, I'm not so sure. I am not so sure. Yeah, me and straight lines, we're just not getting along. I mean, it's the only thing I have right now is I don't have a mouse, so it's all about this tablet, but wow. It's like, yay, tablet. This tablet is such garbage. Yep, stuck without a mouse today. And not that I could draw straighter lines with a mouse, it's just, definitely not gaming today because I cannot do aiming with this mouse pad. Whining, whining, whining. Sad, sad, sad. Okay, so I really don't know where I'm going with this at all. I really don't know where I'm going with this at all. Oof. One could generously say, wow, bomb. Okay, so you got it. Good job. Again, generous, sort of like a participation award. Like it's really not. No, this is awful. It's really, really not okay. It's really not cool. Yeah. Totally phoning it in. This is so bad. It really is. This is awful. This does not cut it, you know? I mean, I keep adding things to it, hoping it's just going to pop out and suddenly become an inversion bomb, but I'm really not seeing it. Nope. Not seeing it. Yeah, I'm just hoping something inspires, because right now I'm not seeing where this is at all. I'm not getting this at all. It's not happening. And yeah, it's really not. Is it confusing? Sure. Does that help? No, not at all. It does not help. This is black under the white squigglies. I'm blurring that. Hoping to get some kind of... I'm getting nothing. I'm getting nothing and liking it. I'm actually not liking this at all. This is so bad. So this is the bright bright. There is a dark underneath it that's blurred. There it is. And so when I put the bright bright on top of it, it's doing that, which is like, I don't even see that. That's not even a thing. I can kind of make it darker by just duplicating it a whole bunch of times, but that's cold comfort. This is garbage. I have not found anything useful here yet. I haven't found any of this to be useful yet. So what are we going to do about this? I definitely got the white to pop out a little more, you know? I mean, this is definitely unusual. I don't know if that helps. Like, I'm literally totally lost right now. I'm so lost with this right now. This doesn't make sense yet. I don't know why I keep coming back to blur. I know this is like just such garbage. This is not helping. But I'm out of ideas. I'm really out of ideas at this point. I don't think I had any ideas to start with, to tell you the truth. Inversion bomb. I don't know. No idea. No idea. Yeah, this gives me no comfort at all. This is so bad. So, I mean, there's something going on there. Wow. And I know for a fact color will not save me. There's nothing about this that would... Oh, that looks better. Oh, that actually looks a heck of a lot better. There's a blur of this white covering a super blurred black. Okay, hold on. Because now this scribbly stuff actually just becomes texture. And if I fade this out a whole lot, it can just be texture. It doesn't have to be detail. Okay. I like the dominant black, actually. The dominant dark is better than what was there before. Wow. All right. Hold on. Let's keep going this direction for a second. No guarantees. But I got no other ideas at this point. This is where it ends up. I'm not... Well, I feel better about it than I did a minute ago. However, this really does not say enough. This is, like, totally inadequate. So, what is this center, actually? I think that's... Like, I can see this, actually. This helps. This is okay. It's not fantastic, but it's okay. This begins to say something, and maybe that just needs to be defined. Okay. Okay, so let's do that one again. So instead of contrast in the center of an explosion being dark, like a silhouette, and then the white being the energy, this is inverted. So we have a black hole sort of thing. But that simplicity is actually pretty cool. Not sure it's enough yet. But I'm going to keep that as just one layer because I do like the simplicity of that, actually. Let's try this. What happens when building this up layer by layer might be the key because I have no idea where this is going to go. But now I'm back to the roots idea, right? Drawing nutrients from the roots and bringing it to the, that's what this bomb is doing, right? And I'm showing that with this, right? Okay, this, I mean, as much as visual effects can make sense, this is starting to make some sense. So turning the matter around it, like liquefying it, sort of, into energy that's drawn in, that's sort of what we're describing here. Inversion bomb. I mean, that sounds pretty powerful. And I think this might be okay. I mean, I kind of need this all over now, which is not a bad thing. Having this much detail going on, even if it doesn't quite make sense, the fact that it's there sort of forces the idea. The audience has to accept this if there's this much going on. Right? Making sense of it? Not necessary. stealing attention enough to say, oh, okay, it's something. That's all I need. That's all I need. And I am sort of following the rule about contrast in the center too. It is kind of an explosion because I'm showing white and black next to each other. It's just, I'm inverting it, right? It's sort of making sense. Sort of. Man, I would not want to animate this, I'll tell you that, though. This would be hell to animate. Imagine each of these dots, like, actually lava lamp style coalescing and being drawn inward. Any number of frames of this would be really time consuming. I mean, to be honest, that's exactly why I got out of animation. I'm just impatient as hell. Ironically, doing code, building up rules of games, making the game happen over time is more satisfying. Partially because of the testing process. I get to see results all the time. Instead of waiting weeks and watching it go by in a matter of seconds. Yeah. I have no patience for that anymore. Oh, this is definitely where it needs to be. This is what needs to happen now. I mean, it makes so much more sense now. Especially the white in the center. I didn't think that was going to be a thing, but now it's like, of course. All right. Well, now it's just a matter of getting this done because this is 1,000% where this needs to be. What the actual hardware of the inversion bomb is does not matter at all. What the effect is, we got it. This is it. This is a power card on par with other power cards in the game. This is able to hold its own. And yeah, this is good. This will work. So when I sort of step back and squint a bit, I can see the gaps that need to be filled in. As I go, I'm realizing there needs just more and more and more, but I'm happy to let it evolve. Okay. Inversion bomb. Well, of course, now I see it. Of course, that's what this is. Of course, this is what an inversion bomb must look like. I mean, I see this now, but at the time I was like, I don't know. When this stream started, I was like, okay, here's another one that I just don't know. And we find our way. Easy, right? And the bots play. As I go, it begins to make more sense how much needs to be there, which is how I can tell when I need to go back over an area. But I'm also getting a little more efficient and faster at the areas I haven't been to yet. Now, what I'm building up in my head is a little set of rules about how much and how big and what shape these dots take. It's not explicit, it's very much unconscious or subconscious or implicit. Those rules take effect. I get to an area and it's like, okay, I just need to keep following this rule. These sets of rules. And there are times that I'm like, oop, did too much. Or no, I need to go back over and add more. And it would seem to defy explanation how I know that. But it does see, like I did a little bit heavier on this end, and now I'm coming back over to this side and be like, okay, this now the rules have updated, so I need to fix this, right? It begins to make more sense now, like where this needed to go. There was no way I was going to figure this out until I did this. Okay, we're just about there, actually. Right? I can squint and see the right pattern in most places. Okay. I'm feeling better about this now. Concentrate on the center a little bit more. Okay, I'm definitely leaning on this contrast thing where layers of contrast are helping us focus straight in the middle. It's just black. It's just black. It is surrounded by that white. Like I'm tentatively dabbing little dots and saying, is this safe? Meaning, have I just taken away or am I adding to it? And let's remember, when you're doing visual effects, never have too many layers of stuff. Going to overwhelm the audience. That's the point. I actually don't mind these dots sort of coming out further. They're becoming their own pattern here. Yeah, I think this actually needs to be on top. Yeah. Again, like contrast. Also, like, I mean, wow, the contrast is really, really that's the entire theme. The whole theme of this power card is about the contrast. Inversion bomb says it's the opposite of a bomb. Contrast. This is 1,000% where this needed to be. I had no idea, but now it makes so much more sense. Like I keep dabbing a little bit further out and wondering, is this too much? Is this going too far with it? But I'm okay. What I need though is more concentration in the center, yeah? So I'm going to do that on a separate layer. So I'm not sure. And this is a subtle detail. I mean, I'm clearly going overboard again, but the point is, hey, if the entire card character design is an effect, well then I better get the effect right. And, no. Sue me. I think what I'm going for is something like a black hole, where there are actually sort of violent explosions of energy on the edge of it just before you get to the point of no return. It just happens to look like an eye. That's just your imagination. Okay. This is starting to feel better. Actually, I wonder. Okay, this one I'm not using at all. I'm just going to get rid of it. I wonder. What I can do with this. Whoops. This. Nothing. This is. No. Don't mess with that. Don't mess with that. I'm totally gonna delete this. It's not gonna be real. Not doing this. This is trash. Don't do this. What is it I want to do with this? I mean, am I trying to do this? Am I trying to do this? I don't think so. I don't think I'm doing any of that. But it doesn't feel like it's really doing the job. Let's do it again. Let's do this again with the dot in the middle as a guide, where I need to draw a bunch of straight lines. Yay! This is not going to work well. A lot of this is probably going to be covered up. It is very difficult to draw straight lines with this tablet, especially if you saw my arm right now. My whole body position is just absolutely bananas. This isn't working. I need to not do this. This is not okay. I mean, that's not working, right? Clearly not pleased. Not pleased with this. My brain knows what needs to happen. My hand knows what needs to happen. And the tablet is just like falling over and catching on fire. This is unbelievable. I cannot draw a straight line to save my life. I cannot draw a straight line. tell you how hard that was to do that. So here's the deal. If I did a bunch of those, that might work okay. And I'm going to cheat. Yeah. This whole stream, I'm not thrilled with. This entire day might be chalked simply because no mouse. I mean, I'm really like stuck. What do you do with like no mouse, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna stop with that. I'm feeling like that's totally not successful at all. But in fact, I need to like give the accent that right now. This is actually really terrible. Wow. It's bad. It's not good. It's terrible. I don't like it. Eh. Whatever. I don't know if I can do any better. I don't know if I can do any better right now. And I hate to keep leaving it to my future self to figure it out, but I'm there. I'm actually there saying like, I don't know, man. You figure it out. Which is sad. Not happy about it. I mean, it's not good. This is really, really not good, actually. Yeah, I think I've reached the end of what I can do to progress with this for right now. And as you can tell from my exasperation, that does not please me. I shouldn't be this stumped, but I'm also frustrated with the technology I have to deal with. My hardware is not functioning, and that's distracting. I guess we have an inversion bomb. I guess that's what that is. I, I don't know, man. I guess that's what that is. I don't know. Character design. This has been an ape in a jungle. Fumbling, stumbling, grasping for straws. Try to get anything that looks vaguely like the character battle card that we need to make. Excuse me. Apparently my mute button just does not work. So, yes. Could I do more art streams today? Yes. I have a tablet. Could I do anything else? I really doubt it. I guess I could do code, but I mean, honestly, without a mouse, I'm kind of dead in the water. I think it's absolutely unacceptable that a gaming mouse cannot last more than a year. That's an expensive one, too. Not acceptable. But I do have coffee, and coffee's a good thing. So I'm going to do what a lot of you are doing. I'm going to watch other streamers and enjoy the day. Yeah, at least I was able to do one stream, right? Hey, if you like watching a cartoon ape fumble around and try to make games, as well as play games, without a mouse, well then follow. And when you show up, please use Command Tie, because Command Tie lets me know that you are here, and I can say you're here. I will acknowledge you. Until then, have fun, do well, be good, stay safe. See ya.